Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the podcast. I'm here with my co-host, Ben.
How are you doing? How you doing, Alan?
I'm doing good. All right, and so I think this is going to be a bit of a shorter episode today's week because I just think there's not as much news. It's the offseason. But we're going to start off with our NFL awards prediction. So we're going to do MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, both Rookie of the Years. I'm not going to go over the Walter Payton Man of the Year awards. I don't know all the NFL players and what they do for their communities. So sorry, I can't guess that one. But we're going to start off with MVP. Ben, I'm going to let you take the first guess. Who do you think is going to be the MVP this year?
MVP. I mean, the safe bet would probably to go Mahomes or Rodgers. Well, I don't know about Rodgers because who knows where he's going to be possibly playing. But I got Mahomes. Mahomes is my safe lock pick. But as a wild card, hear me out. Justin Herbert. I think the only reason why I'm saying
Herbert, that is a terrible.
Hang on. If you look at how he played last year, think about it. That even the Chargers, Anthony Lynn kind of didn't really open up to his. He didn't give him a whole bunch of opportunities to open up to see how he can truly play. New head coach. Their offensive line got a lot better, especially with Austin Slater in the draft. I don't really know who they signed.
The all-pro center. Jeez, Ben.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. It's been a while. Anyway, he is my wild horse. Imagine that defense, too. Woo.
So, I want to say Mahomes. Mahomes is my safe pick as well. There's no one who has the upside he has. Like, I think we're the same level of consistent. We don't know where Rodgers is going to be. I don't even know if he's going to be playing. He might retire by the time season starts. But I think my dark horse, I want to go Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson's finally going to put it together and not drop the MVP halfway through the season when he's already had it. He always goes halfway through the season, has like those 500 yards, 5 touchdowns each game, and then like 2 months before the season ends, starts throwing like 100 yards a game. But I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's a 3 race between Josh Allen, Russell Wilson, and Patrick Mahomes. But I wouldn't be surprised if Stafford was also in there just because of that fit. But I'm still not betting against Mahomes if I were to be betting.
I think that's a fair pick. I mean, yeah, the only reason why I'm a little doubting Russell Wilson in the aspect of because he can be, like you said, first half, spectacular. Second half, yikes.
He's going to put it together. Don't worry about it. He's putting it together.
You better hope he does. Because he's your dark horse.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I guess next offensive player of the year. Huh. This can be a tricky one.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm not going to do a quarterback for this one. So like skill players.
Yeah, I won't do quarterback either. I'll do skill player. You know what? My lock is going to be Christian McCaffrey. Okay. I think finally the injuries will settle him down. But my dark horse is going to be I'm gonna give it to Saquon. I'm only doing the dark horse only because I'm a little nervous on how he's going to bounce back from the ACL. Because we've seen players thrive. Well, not thrive, but we've seen players bounce back pretty well after suffering an ACL. But we've also seen players like
never get back to it.
Yeah, never get back to what they truly were. Especially as a Washington fan, we can all experience the RG3 saga that, as Alan puts a tear face on, or put a little tear going down his eye. It's yeah. How about you?
I don't know what a receiver. I don't like Michael Thomas. The only reason he won Offensive Player of the Year was like he broke the catches record. So I feel like the Offensive Player of the Year nearly favors running backs at this point, sort of. Mm-hmm. But I don't know of any running back that's going to be on like a particularly good team that can have it. Like I don't want to say Derrick Henry again, but Derrick Henry,
Dalvin Cook maybe.
No, I don't think the Vikings will be good enough for that to happen. But I think Tyreek might win it. But
Really?
no, Tyreek never gets the stats usually though. So, because Tyreek will have the big games, but he'll have some games where he just doesn't put up as much. I'm gonna put Kelsey. Kelsey is finally gonna get his justice. Kelsey is gonna win it this year.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna go on to defensive player of the year. I want to go first because I have someone I don't think Ben's gonna say.
Okay, go ahead.
I wasn't gonna say Chase Young. I really want to.
Mm-hmm.
I think Myles Garrett's gonna win it this year. I think Myles Garrett with that Browns defense. I think he's gonna be unstoppable. He's finally gonna have a decent defense and then a good secondary to give him an extra second. I think Myles Garrett's gonna feast this year.
All right, so for me, I'm going after a guy that's gonna be hungry for this award, TJ Watt. He is going to be hungry. He is going to be hungry because sure, Aaron Donald had a spectacular season, but TJ Watt had a very spectacular season, especially for TJ. Well, TJ Watt has been thriving throughout the years since he's been drafted, so I think he can possibly win it. And also, I think going back to your Browns, Jadeveon Clowney too. Could you imagine if he full potential?
Yeah, but Jadeveon Clowney's not like a good pass rusher. He's a good run defender. Jadeveon has like no pass rushing ability.
Yeah, but imagine if he learns from Myles Garrett. Imagine if they feed off each other. 1-2 punch.
I mean, it's been like 9 years. Why hasn't he learned anything in the first 9 years of his life about how to pass rush? Not his life, and his NFL career. But
fair enough.
I just want to push back. I don't think TJ Watt's a top 5 player at his position, so I think that's a bit.
Really? You just upset.
I don't think that's controversial. I don't think that's controversial either. He's not. Like, TJ's very good. He's probably 6 or 7, but he's not like top 5. Both of the Boses are better. Khalil Mack, Myles Garrett, Aaron Donald when he decides to play edge. That's 5 right there.
Fair enough.
And wait, who's the other? Yeah. Okay, so I just don't think TJ Watt's like top 5. So I don't think he puts up the numbers, but the Steelers have like a better defense than most of the other teams. Like the Rams defense is basically made up of Jalen Ramsey and Aaron Donald and literally anybody else. Could not say the same for TJ Watt.
You might have just upset a whole bunch of Steelers fans and possibly some NFL fans with that.
Go ahead, come
here, Allen. But okay. We're just gonna go back to offense. So we're gonna go with offensive rookie of the year, and I think my lock will probably be, probably Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, I agree. Trevor Lawrence. Yeah. I don't really see
Trevor Lawrence. Yeah, and my I don't really have a dark horse because the only thing I can really think about is quarterbacks.
Yeah,
maybe no.
I feel like there's almost no chance a quarterback doesn't win this year.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Trevor Lawrence.
Especially I think Lawrence is gonna get the most playing time. I don't think Zach Wilson's gonna play probably the second most, but I think Zach Wilson's trash, so I don't think he's gonna win. Not trash. I don't like him as much as the others. Trey Lance and Justin Fields probably aren't playing week 1. So their stats are just not going to look as good. And a running back should never win the award. No offense. All right, so we're going to go on to defensive rookie of the year. And I'm going to let Ben go first because I think he'll have a legitimate response before I give my pick.
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe Patrick Surtain, maybe J.C. Horn, maybe Micah Parsons. I mean, I just don't know that much about any of these defensive players, so I don't think it would be – I don't know because I don't know. I'll just go with I'm going to go with Surtain. I don't know. It's quarterback.
I am buying the Jamin Davis hype tickets right now. Jamin Davis is winning defensive rookie of the year. I guarantee it.
Here come the Washington. Oh man. Oh, no.
Jamin Davis is winning. He's just going to have the best stats. I don't understand the Micah Parsons thing, though. Like, Dallas's defense is garbage. Like, bad. Like, really, really bad. He's going to be the only player on the defense that's, like, relatively good.
I guess. Well. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think they went defense just because, I mean, they were smart, though, in the draft. If they can't get Surtain, might as well just, go back and get whatever they got back for. I think it was probably like a second or third round.
I think it was a third round pick.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's what we predict. I mean, those are our predictions. Granted, who knows what's going to be happening because we're not time travelers. But please leave what you think in the comments below. I think it'll be kind of interesting on what you guys have to take on these because, I mean, I think definitely MVP and I think Defensive Player of the Year will probably be interesting this year.
Mm-hmm,
Offensive Player of the Year, 9 times out of 10. Offensive Player of the Year and Offensive Rookie of the Year, 9 times out of 10 are going to be quarterbacks. So, or possibly a running back or wide receiver for Offensive Player of the Year, but who knows? But as we move on, we're going to be talking about Washington's schedule because the NFL schedule has been released. Alan, why don't you go ahead and put your take on how you think Washington will end up doing this year, as we have a pretty tough schedule.
So it is a new 17-week schedule, 18 weeks, 17 game that was just voted on by the greedy owners. So it's good. And Washington has, I don't know how they measured it, but Washington has apparently like the third hardest schedule, which you can see because they play like all of the division winners since Washington was a division winner as well. And it's brutal, with 5 of the last 5 games being division opponents, which is brutal. It's Cowboys, Eagles, Giants to end the season, which even like that's just like hard regardless. So with that being said, I still predict Washington to go 11-6. I think the defense is ready to be number one, and I think the offense is ready to be not garbage can.
Fitzmagic, hopefully can prevail. I think 11-6 is solid. I would say either 11-6 or 10-7. I think if we're gonna be realistic, I think the Chargers, we got that one under our belt.
I think so too.
I think the Giants, we should beat them. I mean, both games. Same with the Eagles. Same with Cowboys. I think we should. Yeah, we're gonna. I hope we're
sweeping the division this year. It's happening.
Yeah. The only games I'm a little bit nervous about are the Bills, Chiefs and
Packers, Bucks, Broncos.
Packers and Bucks. Broncos. I mean,
Broncos
if they get Aaron Rodgers,
defense.
then if Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, but if Aaron Rodgers gets traded to the Bucks, then I'm nervous about that, and then the Packers.
But then I'm not nervous about the Packers. Then if Aaron Rodgers is traded, I'm not nervous about the Packers. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Jordan Love, but
I mean, well, who knows? Because he could be a dark horse. I mean, the Bills, Chiefs, Bucks, and Seahawks. Those are the only 4 that I'm really concerned about. Just because, well, we've seen what the Bills can do. The only reason why, obviously, the Chiefs can do whatever they can do, and the Buccaneers, hell, they won the Super Bowl, so they're pretty good. The Saints, I'm a little wary about because, well, who knows who their quarterback is? I mean, let's be honest.
Jameis Winston.
I agree with you.
Turnover machine.
I think it should be Jameis Winston. I agree with you.
He's just a much better quarterback than Taysom Hill, which.
I mean. Okay, Alan.
He is like Jameis Winston can throw the ball downfield. Taysom Hill can't.
But, he did go 30 for 30. Let's be honest here. Come on, let's be frank.
Okay, but would you rather not have those 30 touchdowns? The 30 picks is a bit alarming, sure. You can still make the playoffs throwing 30 picks.
I mean, hell, we made the playoffs and we barely had an offense, so
I'd rather have like if we got Jameis Winston to throw 30 touchdowns, 30 picks, I'll take it. We have not had anyone throw 30 touchdowns in a long time.
True.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, we shall see with the schedule, I guess, and with the NFL season. Actually, it's not right around the corner. It's getting there slowly but surely. But now we're gonna talk about other things than football. What's going on around sports? Alan, your Lakers have won 3 straight. Do you think they're gonna be in the play-in tournament, or do you think they're gonna get out of the play-in tournament and be safe in the playoffs?
I don't think they're gonna. Both LeBron and AD are not recovered yet. LeBron, I think the news came out is trying to get back by Saturday for their game. But we don't know if that's gonna be that's probably not a healthy LeBron. and no AD, I think they can still make it through the play-in tournament, but like they need both of those guys to come back. I think their wins like recently have been really close too. It's not like they've been blowing them out of the water. It's been like very close wins. So I think they stay in the play-in tournament. I just hope they don't go against the Warriors. Is all.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it as being a worry for. I mean, the only thing that like the next thing that we have on our list is the Nets big three coming back. I mean, I get it. They had a shortened off season and probably being an NBA player, running, you're putting your body on the line for a lot of plays for 60 minutes. Yeah, 60 minutes. So I can see, especially as a Lakers fan, how you can be worried. But I mean, at Nets, since they got James Harden, I think Kevin Durant, Kyrie, and James Harden have only played 7 or 8 times together. Yeah.
Have they been injured?
Yeah. Injury. Well, let's see. When they got James Harden, they had him for a couple of weeks, and then remember Kyrie went on his hiatus. He went out
COVID
without
stuff,
telling
right?
anybody. Yeah. And then KD got injured, and then Kyrie got injured. So then for the longest time, it was just James Harden. Then James Harden got injured, and then Kevin Durant is slowly starting to come back. Kyrie was just back, but then it wasn't concussion, so they called it like a face contusion, whatever that means. If you're a doctor, please let us know. I would like to know what a face contusion is in the chat, in the comments, because that would be very interesting to know. And also, I mean, I think they'll win the NBA Finals, but at the same time, it's kind of like it will be the first time since they've played with each other in forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah, and that's like a lot of chemistry you have to make with like almost like it was hard for like LeBron and AD to do it, and I think their duo is better than any duo of KD or Harden or Kyrie.
Yeah.
So certainly having a big three that talented, I think you can get through some of that just like pure talent, but you have to be able to mesh a little bit even on the playoff run and not get kicked out before you get to the finals. So I think it's a bit of a concern.
Yeah, I agree with you. And also, we have Russell Westbrook, a Washington Wizard, broke the triple-double record. He beat Oscar Robertson. Yes, Oscar Robertson. And, I mean, Russell, he is putting up numbers. Have you seen, like, some of the numbers he's put up? Like, I saw one game, like,
I saw he broke the record, but I didn't see what he did.
It's like one game he, like, put 14 points, 20-something rebounds, and 20-something assists.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, could you imagine the Wizards if they make the playoffs? Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal. All I'm saying. I mean,
Are they going to get past the second round and then get knocked out?
Probably, but improvements.
Ben gets hyped about the Wizards every single year, and they never work out. I don't.
Hold on. I'm a Thunder fan. Okay, I'm a Thunder fan. So just because
Thunder fan, who's on the Thunder?
Well, we did have Russell Westbrook, Paul George, Kevin Durant. Once upon a time, we even had James Harden. But I'm a big Westbrook fan. I like Allen is with LeBron. It's a bandwagon. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little bit of a bandwagon of Westbrook.
LeBron's good though. Like that, I don't understand.
You're not saying Westbrook's good? Wow. Sure, he doesn't have the rings.
I'm saying Russell's not like LeBron status. He's good, certainly, definitely like second tier, but he's not like one tier, in my opinion.
Okay, if Westbrook gets a ring, would you call him one of the better players in our generation?
Oh, one of the better players for sure. He doesn't even need to get a ring. I just don't think he's tier 1. I don't think that's disrespectful to him. I think Dame's in that same tier. Klay Thompson, Kyrie, James Harden. I've always not liked James Harden, so that might be a bit critical.
I think James Harden's can be up there. I think he can probably put.
Well, Harden just like
some numbers,
but his defense is just like so not. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess, but I mean, this is kind of like going into baseball, which I'm going to ask you about. But at the same time, like, let's be honest. As a TV fan, do you really want to see a defensive game in
Yes.
basketball,
Yes. Defense is offense. Fast breaks. Steal. Fast break. Block. Blocks are fun to see no matter what.
Blocks are fun to see, but at the same time, bro, imagine you see Steph Curry shooting half-court shots left, right, and center, or would you rather watch a Detroit Pistons game versus the New Orleans Pelicans where it's just a defensive battle left and right?
You know what's even better? To see Stephen Curry locked down and him not be able to score. Pure dominance. Like, I'd rather see that.
Well, clearly, because have you been checking Instagram or social media?
Yeah, it's not been happening recently.
It takes like 3 people to try and break him, and he still pulls it off somehow. So I don't think Steph Curry's your best argument breaker to use.
In the finals, he gets locked down fairly well.
Yeah, okay, sure. But
I know it's not a great.
Players do choke in the playoffs, so yeah. I mean, James Harden has done that in the past. Curry has done that in the past. Hell, LeBron's done it in the past as well.
Yes.
I mean, that's all I'm saying. I think probably right now that's still playing, I give it Damian Lillard. Probably one of the better playoff players.
I don't know. Like, he has moments. I just don't. Like, he just doesn't. Like, he doesn't get to the finals. So I think your playoff moments only matter so much if they're not in the finals, right? Like, I'm not saying his shots are still like iconic, but like it's not like LeBron's 7th game blocking Iguodala.
Oh, for sure. Or Kawhi's. Well, yeah.
I would even say like, I don't know. I like Dame, but it's just like I remember watching him against the Lakers last year, and it's just like, I understand you're getting double teams, but like absolutely nothing is happening if you're double teams. Like, you're not like passing it really well. Like,
okay, well, do you think he'll ever leave Portland? Because if he leaves Portland, let's say he goes.
I don't think he will.
You don't think? Yeah, I don't think either. I think he really likes Portland, and he's got.
No, I think he's Hall of Famer level. So I think he's Hall of Fame level. So nothing to diss at. Like, Hall of Fame level is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I agree. All right, well, we're gonna veer off from basketball and talk about baseball. Just gonna go over a quick little what's been going on in MLB for this past week. But probably one of the bigger stories is Albert Pujols will, in my opinion, will make the Hall of Fame. He has just gotten waived off by the Angels. If you don't remember, well, probably most of you don't, Albert Pujols basically signed this big contract after hitting a lot of home runs in St. Louis, where he won one championship, I believe. One or two championships in St. Louis, and was obviously one of the better hitters in the early 2000s, even in 2010s. And he signed with the Los Angeles Angels, and let's just say he hasn't been the same with the Angels. He's just been eating up money for them. And I think it was like a mutual agreement, because I think there was a thing where he didn't play against a pitcher where he has absolutely rigged who has absolutely dominated this pitcher, and he was kind of like, look, get me out of here. So he got waived off, and if you guys don't know what waivers is, long story short, team waivers off a player. Well, the team has 10 days for a team to either pick him up, or player gets released and becomes a free agent. So most likely a week will be coming up soon, and nobody's picked him up since, so he'll most likely be making his way out and becoming a free agent, where he will likely retire, in what I believe. Matt Harvey made his return to Gotham, aka Citi Field in Queens, New York. Matt Harvey was with 9 seasons with the Mets, where he went to multiple All-Star games, pitched for them in the World Series, but sadly, like most things, injuries came into effect, and he didn't produce as he has, and ever since then, he has been on I think the Orioles is his 5th team, 4th or 5th team, and well, let's just say when he returned, he went through first inning was very nice, and then he gave up 7 runs later in the game, so the Orioles ended up losing that game 7-2 or 7-1. As an Orioles fan, we are we're hanging in there, man. We lose 2 or 3 games, then we win 1. That's basically our season. Jarek Kelnick has gotten called up for the for the Seattle Mariners, and he is a highly talented prospect, but he should have been called up a couple years back, but with service time manipulation and whatnot, he hasn't. But he finally gets called up, so hopefully he will do the best. Wade Miley and John Means. So we have something going towards the Orioles. Both throw no hitters this past week. And yeah, I mean, that is the 5th no hitter this year combined with those two. So already we're only in May and we already have 5 no hitters, where normally you would see one once in a blue moon. And probably one of the latest and greatest news: the Oakland Athletics, are thinking about moving to a different city, which would mean, Alan, please back me up if I'm wrong, Oakland will no longer have a professional sports team if they move.
Don't know any MLS teams. Don't know any WNBA teams. So on that department, I can't help you. The Lakers moved from Oakland, so there's no NFL team. There's no NBA team there, so
I mean,
none of the big sports. I don't know about NHL either.
I don't think they have an NHL team.
But Oakland, I wouldn't consider Golden Bay. I don't know. I don't know California geology too well. Geography, I mean. Apologize.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any. I think the Athletics are the only thing left, which is kind of crazy. Which begs the question, where will they go? I think they should go to Nashville. I think Nashville would be a great city for them, down south or southern, western area, hemisphere. And yeah, so that's pretty much been in MLB. Please let me know if I missed out on anything. I don't believe I missed out on a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, Jacob Degrom is injured with a something on the side. I can't remember the exact injury, but he is on his side, which is very bad because when you're throwing 100 miles per hour on your right side, that is the side where you are rotating and all your force is going to. So he is on the 10-day COVID list and IL. So that is basically been news going around MLB. Hopefully the Orioles can win some more, which would be nice because then I will be happy and go to sleep well. But we're going to move on to one of our favorite segments, Ask Alan. If you guys do not know and you are new listeners, Alan, well, if you know Alan from school or friend or here and there, he has some, he has some, not outrageous, but he has some interesting.
Yeah, don't call them outrageous. They are very reasonable takes, first of all.
Yeah, okay, sure. Maybe reasonable for you. But I don't have a lot, but I have some things that I'm going to ask you, Alan. So we're actually going to continue on with football for a little bit. So week 4, Tom Brady is going back to Gillette Stadium. Patriots versus Buccaneers. Who do you think is going to win?
Patriots versus Buccaneers? Bucks.
Yep. Bucks easily? Or you think?
Yeah.
You think it would be?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it'll be close.
Okay.
They're the defending Super Bowl champions who bring back every single starter. I don't know. The Patriots have gotten better, but like, better doesn't mean like good necessarily.
Okay. All right. So moving on, we got Jacksonville Jaguars versus the New York Jets, Week 16. Number 1 overall pick versus number 2 overall pick. Who you got?
Jags.
Okay. Duval. All right. Week 7, Jared Goff, Matt Stafford, Lions versus Rams. I think they're in LA. Who do you think's gonna win that one?
The Lions are gonna be terrible. So Rams. But this would be one of the games I'm not necessarily surprised if like a team sneaks in a win, hard fought win. Because like obviously like not every team's gonna win every single game they're favored against, but I think this could be a game with an upset. But I still take the Rams.
Okay. Well, moving on. Rapper J. Cole. Do you know who J. Cole is? The rapper? Okay.
I know.
Okay, so he's expected to play in a inaugural Basketball Africa League for the Rwanda Patriots. Do you think J. Cole will put up lots of numbers? Do you think I'm thinking he's going to average about 10 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Who you think? How you think J.
I
Cole's
don't know
gonna
who he's playing against. Like, I don't know what the level of competition is. So I think he'll do fine. I think J. Cole's been like on the bigger side of like a rapper who's like been really good at like basketball. So I hope him the best. I just don't know how well he'll do.
Okay. And with the last one, I don't have that many topics. I apologize. But Forbes has came out with their top highest paid athletes. Well, according to Forbes. All right. So, number 1. I'll give you clues. You guess it. UFC fighter. UFC fighter.
Mayweather?
Oh my God. Mayweather's a boxer. UFC is.
I don't know UFC, Ben.
Come on. Irish.
McGregor?
Has one of the loudest. Huh?
Is it Conor McGregor?
Yep. He's number 1 with 180 mil this year. Number
Why?
2, soccer player. Come on.
Neymar?
You love him. He's on
Messi.
your favorite team. Yep. 130 mil. Again, soccer player. Arguably between Messi. Which one's greater?
Ronaldo?
Which one? Yep. 120. Dang, missed out on 10 mil. Number 4. Come on. He's on America's team. He just got paid this contract.
Dak?
Yep.
That's disgusting. But yeah.
107.5 mil. 5. It's your favorite player.
LeBron James?
Yep. 96.5 mil.
LeBron needs a pay raise. Come on.
Again, another soccer player.
Neymar.
Come on. Yep. 95 mil. Again, they're very exact with these numbers. Number 7, tennis player.
Federer?
Yep. 90 mil. How did I know he made 90 mil?
I'm not surprised. He's like the only tennis player I know.
I don't think I know this guy. I think he's a sports car racer. Lewis Hamilton, 82 mil.
Good for him.
Bad. Yeah, man.
Or for them. I don't know.
Yeah. Number 9 just won the Super Bowl.
Can't be Brady.
Yep.
Brady?
76 mil. Remember this isn't like contract. Remember, this can also be endorsements and everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. LeBron doesn't make
Number
that much
10,
from endorsements.
On the Nets. Some people call him a snake.
Bro, that doesn't really narrow it down. I'm going to go KD.
Yep, 75 mil. That is the top 10 highest paid athletes, according to Forbes.
I want to know how much does McGregor make that much? Like,
he has a very successful, I believe it's a beer or something.
Okay, makes sense. That makes sense. But
and
for
also
him to be the
fights.
highest paid athlete, I know. I just don't get boxing or UFC, any of them. I don't.
Yes, Floyd Mayweather.
I don't know who boxes or does like UFC. They're all fighters to me.
His net worth is listed at 48 mil. That was
But he made 100.
I mean, Floyd Mayweather's net worth is 1.2 billion. So, a little bit off, but I believe with that, ladies and gentlemen, that has been the Lunch Table Podcast. Alan, do you have anything else before completely sign
Make sure
off?
you guys like and subscribe.
Yes,
comment down below.
Please like and subscribe. Also, follow our Instagram if you can find it. I will definitely be posting something on Instagram, on the Lunch Table, and also on my personal one to please watch the podcast. So, like, comment, subscribe, share. Also, please share. Let's get this podcast to grow. Let's try and get 50 subs. 50 subs by
next year.
Fair.
That'll be our goal.
All right. Well, with that, ladies and gentlemen, stay safe. And it's been the Lunch
Have a good
Table.
night.